that Palace will put out here this afternoon. Their formation will be headed up front by the former Manchester United prodigy Fraser Campbell. Lee from South Korea wide on the left-hand side for Brocky. Good strong challenge from Hangeland. It's won in midfield by Jedinak. Should see some creativity out on that left-hand side as well from Chung Yong Lee. And remember, of course, a place in the final of this competition, 3 p.m. kickoff on Sunday against either Ajax
with these ones.
Ledley playing it back. It's Dan who clears it forward, and now a little bit of pace from Lee out on that right-hand side. Boxall failing to clear. This might be a chance for a second for Crystal Palace. It's Clayton Daniels who goes across. The goal kick's been given by Gomez, the referee. Last touch off the Korean. Lee, of course, signed on deadline day, midway through the season by Palace from Bolton. Technically a very adept player. Scored twice at the World Cup here in South Africa in 2010, so he'll have as it is now. Crystal Palace, interestingly, have been rather bemused by
attack as well. They're -1 player now.
Forward goes Much, signed from Queen's Park Rangers midway through the last campaign. He's got possession here again. Looking to get the shot in. Williams tested. Bolassi or Zaha in the starting lineup for today's game. A bit of African flair in this Palace setup. Bolassi, of course, international for the Democratic Republic of Congo, though he's born in France. And Zaha, Suarez plays for Senegal. He's on the bench in South Africa.
Fully involved, shouting instructions, having a go at the fourth official, shouting at the referee. Always competitive.
Now Lee cuts out the mistake by Supersport, and they're going to be punished here. Across the face, and he'll score with some ease. And Palace go 2-0 ahead. 2 defensive errors punished by the English team. Williams with the kick out short to Daniels, the pace of Lee, and an expert finish as well.
You can't make mistakes like that. At the highest level, you will get punished. But when you've got a player in, I think, Chung Yong, he will find the back of the net. He takes his time, he waits for Williams to make that decision, and he sees that far post being open and calmly pass the ball in the back of the net.
That, by the way, is now his 3rd goal on South African soil, because he scored twice at the 2012 European Championship in Ukraine and Poland or England. It's a late injury substitute, but has effectively only injuries that have retarded his progress. He can play Roscoe Peterson in the back. Now Lee, offside against Much. Matibula. Lee cuts that out. We will have a throw in for Supersport on the far side. So it's a stark contrast to the Supersport that Hangeland. Pull back Lee.
Seems like Crystal Palace are much more comfortable with the which boots to use in a weather like this.
Floated in by Lee, looking for Hangeland, and it'll fall at the back post here for Scott Dan. It's gone for a corner. It's great to see the goalkeeper doing well in the Euro qualifiers as well of Wales, top of their group. Belgium in their last match in June. Now here's Jordan Much. Puncheon. Gets the left-footed shot in, and it's an easy finish. Campbell claims the 4th. He's had very little else to do. Puncheon finds Lee. Puncheon again. Good running from Suarez out on that wing and across. An inviting ball looking for Campbell.
into the low cross across the goal.
Wanyama. Back in the required position. It's laid back here for Brocky. Just a little too strong for him. And Crystal Palace will have the decision. Lee Suare. It's on that left-hand side. Now Much. For the rest, being really tested here. Kula, Boxall again. Now he gets past one player and then an emergency kick out to avoid any further trouble. On the back of the head.
Not very comfortable.
To England. Here's Lee. Acres of space for Jordan Much, and they are queuing up in the middle here, looking to make it 5 before half time. Bit of a deflection, corner it'll be for Crystal Palace.
Players coming into stronger foot.
One of the first signings that Pardew made when he joined Palace, their first opportunity in the league this coming season, and his former teammates down in the Championship, of course. Now Kelly. He's offside. Lee and Campbell both flirting with the offside line there. Puma puts the flag up. From the Premier Soccer League here in South Africa, all too evident at the... Joining from Amatux back at Supersport, where he started out as a youngster. I think he was going to be a little tighter, one would fancy, here in the second half. Supersport United, after that initial stage fright. Manyama looking to get a shot in on the left. Manyama now lays it back. Warme tries to strike, bouncing around that area. It's Kingston and Carter. Warme once more, a little strong with that first touch, but he's still trying again, and Parler now doesn't pull the trigger. Brocky gets the shot in. Kai. Kamalo. And he missed the start of the season, courtesy of South African match official. Sure, these days any action, disciplinary action, and delighted to tell you that he's stripping down and getting ready to come on in this encounter. Very skillful player, exciting addition not only to the Palace squad for the season, Sean, but I think for the English Premier League as a whole. Bit of a coup for Palace, signed from Paris Saint-Germain. Suare. Turn here from Kai. He's looking to get the shot in. It's a good effort as well. Sporting Lisbon in the second of the semi-finals. We'll be back on Sunday 1 p.m. for this option from Manyama, but Brocky has possession nevertheless. Kamalo comes across. Lee with some good defensive work. Now Manyama gets the challenge in. Kamalo, Brocky, is he going to try a shot from that range? Certainly does. Quickly put up our stats, guys. 5 from Supersport, 1 on target from Brocky. Palace 7 out of 11. That's the kind of percentage
teams does. It's just basic things, but repeating it over and over, so you become perfect at it. It becomes second nature in some way.
Kabai looking for Lee, gets the flick on over the top. Scales, Lee, Bamford Challenge from Kamala, but he survives that. Play on, says referee Gomes. Lee to take it. Scales. In the creative flair. Shot by Warmer. Now Nell's effort is cut out by Jedinak, and it sets Lee away. Kakana comes across and he'll win the free kick as well. Grant kick for the season, much more impressive than the other new addition, Michael Boxall, the New Zealand international, taken off at half time. Of chip packets and polystyrene hot dog holders floating across this pitch. Now with Lee. Kabai again. Kai with a bit of time. And he thought about the... Palace was just 4 players in the penalty area. I think Hangeland could count as 2. Kamala gets the better in though. Last touch. The focus shortly to turn towards time. A home team, of course. Decent support for Ajax here tonight. There's a spattering as well for Sporting, particularly from the Portuguese community here in Cape Town. I think most of them are Benfica fans. There'll be a fair number who support the men in green, will be keen to show their enthusiasm. Offside.
It's also a great moment for the Ajax Cape Town manager. You know, Roger de Saar's father used to play for.
Match between Ajax and free-flowing dominance that they had in the first half, although that provided the 4 goals that have put them on course for the final. But here in the second half, a little bit more competitive, more of the kind of training and opposition that they were hoping for. Stormanyama. Well, he had a chance there, showed a little too much of the ball, and as a result Crystal Palace can turn defence into attack. Lee about sums up desperately disappointing, but maybe they can capitalise on the counter. Here's Parla, switches in search of Nkata. Victor Gomez is con for a tough game on Sunday in the final against either Super Sport United. Lee was